listening to this Belly Up Sports Podcast Network product. Some said we go belly up, so we made it our name, and we're still here.
What is going on? It's the Rook. I'm here with the Scoreboard Addicts podcast, and I am alone. This is a solo show right now. This is the Sunday Funday Week 1 gambling picks, and we're going to make our picks. We're going to walk you through this week 1 NFL football. We are super excited. Nothing's better than football. And cue the music. Cue the "Are you ready for some football?" That's my attempt at Hank Williams Jr. But are you ready? Because I am excited. Nick and TJ, they just did a podcast with Mike Westhoff, special teams guru. Check that out. Great interview. I haven't been on in a while. I just recently had my second child, so I am super busy and swamped. So this is my first podcast in almost 3 weeks. So I'm super excited to be here because NFL, nothing's going to stop me from coming to talk to NFL because I love football. It's my second favorite sport behind baseball. So I'm super excited. A huge Giants fan. I got my Giants hat on, ready to rock it. And let's jump into this. Let's go to some picks. If you're a Giants fan listening, sorry, I did not pick the Giants today. I just don't trust them. I think it's too many injuries right now, and I just don't think they have enough to beat the Titans. So that's my input on that game. But we'll get TJ and Matt's picks later on. Just for, I guess, anyone who hasn't followed us before, we did picks last year when we did this. It was me, Nick, and TJ. Loser had to wear pajamas at a steakhouse. Nick lost. He didn't follow through it. We had some issues because of COVID. I wasn't able to go to the steakhouse, but Nick was the loser. He was going to have to end up wearing pajamas. This year, what we're doing is we're going to do a little something special because we didn't have actual prize for the winner. So I think this time we do have a prize. It's going to be the second and third place. You're going to chip in to buy $100 bottle of liquor for the winner. So the winner would get a nice bottle of liquor, whether it be whatever they want, bourbon, vodka, whatever it may be, tequila. And then the loser has to, so third place has to do the Death Punch beef jerky from Killer Jerky, which is a new sponsor of Belly Up Sports. So let me just get an ad for them real quick here. We're going to have them sponsor our picks going forward because they're going to be the reason what you're going to be punished with. So can't find them right now. Okay. So killerjerkyco.com. Go there, use code BELLYUP, all caps, for 10% off. They are a beef jerky company. They have this Death Punch, very spicy, kind of like a challenge of a beef jerky. So if you're into that, check them out. 10% off, use code BELLYUP. They'll be sponsoring our picks from here on out. And next week, I'll be joined with Matt and TJ. This week, we had some scheduling conflicts. I'm actually recording this right now at 12:30 a.m. because I'm waiting for my daughter to get up for me to feed her. So we're grinding here. We're trying to get it done the best way we can to make sure you guys get all our NFL content. What we're going to do first, I'll start with I'll do my picks first. Then I'm going to show you a video of TJ and Matt. We also did a quick, predictions for Super Bowl, NFC, AFC champions, and the MVP award. And then we just gave one division lock. So for TJ Super Bowl prediction is going to be Bills to win the AFC at plus 300 and the Packers to win the NFC at plus 500. The Super Bowl then would obviously be Bills versus Packers, and he's taking the Bills to win at plus 500. He's not really going out on a limb there because those are just they're the favorites. They're the heavy favorites. They came out Thursday night. They shellacked the Rams. They just put it to them. We also do a division lock or division pick. So I told him really pick who you think most likely. So once again, TJ went with the Bills. The Bills, not a great payout. It's minus 250. It's the odds are minus 250. So obviously a pay on that, you have to risk 250 in order to win 100. I don't know if you would actually like to do that, but that's going to be his pick. He said Bills are going to win the AFC East, and I agree with him. I just probably want to put money on it because it's not worth it. There's no juice there. We also do an MVP, so he's going to pick Mahomes to win the MVP. Mahomes is at plus 900. I think he's second behind Josh Allen. So I asked Matt as well what he was thinking about doing. Obviously, this is a far long shot. We don't really know. We have no idea how is it going to go out, how the season's going to pan out, injuries. You just never know. It's NFL. Sometimes teams just show up and they just blow up out of nowhere. But Matt also went on a limb and picked the Bills to win the AFC at plus 300, and he also picked the Bills to win the Super Bowl at plus 500. He picked the Niners to win the NFC at plus 750, and he picked Josh Allen plus 450. And I think his division lock as well was the Bills, so 250, minus 250 on that one. Once again, I agree with them there, but I just don't think it's worth this. Worth putting that money out for a winner. If you're going to do anything, I'd probably bet the Pats to win the AFC East if you want to go out on a limb, but I just don't think the Pats would actually win it. I think it's going to be the Bills. So I went on a limb. I went a little more ballsy here, though. So I have the NFC is going to be one. Vikings fans be happy about this. I don't know. For some reason, I just like the Vikings. Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins, a serviceable quarterback, new coach. And I trust them. I'm going to take the Vikings to win the NFC. It's kind of crazy. People probably think you're nuts. Probably think I'm nuts. But plus $1,500 for the Vikings to win. And then I'm also going to take the Chargers to win the AFC at plus 850. And then I put myself into a predicament of who would actually win the Super Bowl. These are two teams that just don't do well in the playoffs. They never succeeded, when they never got that far. And if they have, it's been a very long time. Minnesota, I don't know why I'm feeling Minnesota this year. I'm gonna go Minnesota. It's crazy. I'm out on a limb. I'm gonna go with them. It's plus 4,000 for the Vikings to win. So if they won, I think you have really good odds. Really good payout at the end of the year for you if it does happen. My division lock. I'm not division lock. My division pick. I was thinking Cowboys at plus 155. Their second favorite's when the Eagles. But I'm not going to go Cowboys. I'm actually going to go with the Jaguars. I know that may sound funny. I lived in Jacksonville for a while. I had a season tickets at one point with the Jags, but I'm going to go Jags plus 750. I just think the South is just anything can happen in the South. The Colts have Matt Ryan. Who knows if they're going to be good? I know Frank Reich's a great coach, but I just don't know if they're going to come out. Texans new coach Davis Mills was great last year. Texans still don't have a really strong team. They're kind of in the middle of a rebuild. And then the Jags there, who they have a brand new coach, Super Bowl champion Doug Peterson, and they have Trevor Lawrence there. So I don't know, I'm gonna stay with them. And the Titans are kind of on a downswing. I don't think they have good wide receivers. They have Henry, but how much can Henry do if they don't have good wide receivers? No AJ Brown, no Julio Jones. I don't think Tannehill is going to be able to push that team forward. Maybe if they go with their new guy, I think Malik Willis. I can't remember his name, but maybe if he comes into the season early on, maybe they have a chance of winning this out there. But those would be my picks. I'm going to say take the Jags at plus 750, and I'm going to go with Allen as well. I picked Josh Allen last year to win the MVP. He didn't. Obviously, it was Rodgers, but he's at plus 450. That'll be my pick. So those are my future picks. We're going to talk more about futures in the next episode of the podcast, which will be, I think it's Tuesday this week. So check that out. Follow us along here. So let's get into it. Let's get into our picks. Sunday Funday picks. NFL is back. Week one. Week one is weird. You never know what's going to happen. Teams trying to figure themselves out still. We don't really have too many trends. We don't really know what teams are strong at. They're strong defensively. They're strong offensively. They're better in the receiver core. They're better at running the ball. How's their lines, defensive line, offensive line. So there's a lot of, crazy things happened. Last year, you had the Saints came out and destroyed the Packers at Green Bay with Jameis Winston there. Then the Saints obviously didn't really do too much, and the Packers went on to, win not win the NFC, but be first seed in the NFC. So anything can happen in week one. So here are my week one picks. I'm going to go Houston. I'm taking the plus 7.5. I don't know. They're playing the Colts. Like I said, it's Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's getting older now. It's a good coach, but I just don't see Houston winning that. I mean, I'm sorry. Maybe Colts could win the game, but I'm taking Houston to cover the plus 7.5. I think it's a large spread for a team with a new quarterback And then we have a team with a new coach with the Houston Texans with the Lovie Smith coming in. So this pick I love. This is like one of my favorite picks. TJ actually picks this one as well. New Orleans -5.5. They're playing the Falcons. The Falcons, I think, are dog shit. So I am taking New Orleans, hammering this one. This is my number. I mean, I put it number 2 here, but this is my number 1 bet. I'm doing New Orleans -5.5, 100%. Anytime. Denver revenge game, Russell Wilson -6.5. I just don't think Seattle's that good. They're good defensively. I think the Broncos have the receiving core. They have the offensive line. They have a running game, and they have Russell Wilson now. So I think I'm taking Denver -6.5, win by a touchdown, 100%. I'm with that one. Chargers -3.5. They're playing the Raiders. Should be a good game. The Raiders added Devontae Adams to their team. But I don't know. I'm not sold on the Raiders at this point. Sorry, Rich. That's a friend who is a big Raiders fan, but I'm going to take Chargers -3.5. And then finally, my last pick. I'm going on a limb here. I just don't think. We were Unbearable podcast, a part of Belly Up Sports, did a simulation today of all the Bears games, and he had the Bears winning their first 4 games, which is kind of crazy, 4-0. So according to the simulation, the Bears win this game outright over the Niners. So you know what? My dumb brain says to follow the simulation. I'm gonna take Chicago +6.5. I think it might be a surprise. Trey Lance, first time he's playing in the NFL. Justin Fields, maybe it's time for him to show out and prove himself to be that first round pick that he was with the Bears. So I'm gonna go Bears. So those are my picks. Those are my 5 picks so far. I didn't do over under this week, but my 5 picks. So here it is: Houston +7.5, New Orleans -5.5, Denver -6.5, the Los Angeles Chargers -3.5, and Chicago +6.5. So those are my 5 picks. Now I'm going to show you TJ and Matt. So stick with me. We'll be right back.
NFL Week 1 opening up, and these are our 5 picks. I'm starting out with the Lions +4.5, Saints -5.5, Dolphins -3.5, then on to Packers taking on the Vikings in Minnesota. I'm going to take the Packers -1.5, and the Giants +5.5, believe it or not. I have no clue why I'm choosing this. I have no faith in Daniel Jones whatsoever. I'm a Jets fan, so I love to see Giants fans suffer and be miserable, but for whatever reason, I like the way the Giants stack up against Tennessee this week. So those were my 5 picks. Good luck with all your sports betting, and let's go Jets.
What's up, guys? It's me, Matt, from the Wrestling Addicts, and these are my Sunday Funday Week 1 football picks. Hope you enjoy them. All right, these lines were taken from FanDuel, and it's Saturday around 1. So I don't really think it's going to change a lot from now until kickoff tomorrow. But here are my 5 picks for the week. And I think I'm going to edge out TJ and Rook. We'll see. First, I have the Bengals -6.5. Only because I absolutely love Jamar Chase and Burrow. And I just feel like it's going to be a dynamic offense again, just like last year. So that's who I'm going with. And then because the Jets are absolute trash, just like the Giants, I am picking the Ravens -6.5. I have Lamar and Mark Andrews on a fantasy team, so clearly I'm on board with what the Ravens could do offensively this year. I also have their defense, so a couple of big stops here and there should propel them to victory. And then I'm going with the Dolphins -3.5 because again, those offensive wide receiver weapons I think are going to be really well. And I think Tua is going to perform a lot better than they did last year with Jerky. And then I'm going Panthers +1.5. Christian McCaffrey. That's it. Pound the ball in, and with them getting points, I don't even know who's the quarterback right now for the Browns, but I'm sorry, yeah, for the Browns, but I'm definitely going with the Panthers +1.5. And then I have the Titans -5.5. Tannehill, Henry, the Giants are also terrible. So that's the reason I'm going with the Titans. So those are my picks. Let me go through them again one more time.
And I apologize. For some reason, the video got really crappy there. I not practiced, but I played it before and it was working fine. So I didn't want to end it there. So if you're watching the video portion of this, you're going to see that TJ and Matt are moving really slow, but the audio is going pretty well. So I do apologize. But Matt's 5 picks were Cincy -6.5, Baltimore -6.5, Miami -3.5, Carolina +1.5, and Tennessee -5.5. I checked the odds recently. As I said, it's 12:30 at night where I am. And I know Matt and TJ did theirs a little earlier today. And the lines are still the same right now. I don't think it's going to move too much between now and game, later on this afternoon. So stick with us. I don't think it's going to be too much difference. And listen, if it moves up a point or it goes lower than a point, obviously we're still within there. I mean, if you have a team -6.5, you're still thinking that they're going to be, they're going to win by 7. They win by a touchdown anyway. So if it goes up to 7, take it. If it goes below, take it as well. TJ's picks were, just to say it again, Detroit +4.5, New Orleans -5.5, and Miami -3.5, and Green Bay -1.5. And then the Giants +5.5, which I think he's crazy on that one because I think they have too many injuries. I don't know what he's doing. But that's it. Those are our picks for week 1. We appreciate it. We're going to do this every week. Sunday Funday week. Those are week 1 gambling picks, but Sunday Funday gambling. We enjoy the NFL. We enjoy betting on the NFL. So stick with us. We're going to have a much better show next time because quality will be better. Everyone would be present. It's not going to be, shitty audio or shitty video when I played it. So apologies about that again, and stick with us and watch us this week. Tuesday, we're going to be talking more about the NFL, especially week 1, and then possibly listen for a recap video or recap podcast on the Giants game after they play Tennessee. And hopefully the Giants win. Like I said, a lot of injuries. I don't know if they're going to be able to stop Henry. Maybe they'll stop Tannehill, but their secondary is kind of shitty. So let's see what happens. So go Giants. And let's win some money. Hopefully our picks pan out, and hopefully I win because I don't really want to take death punch beef jerky. So thanks for sticking with us. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next week.